Hello everyone and welcome to the Lei Studios. Today I am here with Leah Evaschuk and she is the presenting artist at the Lei Gallery this month. Welcome to the gallery and thank you for showing.
Thank you.
So to start off with, let's start off with a little bit of your background. How did you get into producing art?
I think I just kind of make notes with art.
Make notes with art. So
Yeah.
what subject matter do you use? Is it history, sciences?
It's definitely all of the above.
Okay.
Okay, but this particular series is history.
And which period of history are you focusing on? in this
30s,
show?
40s, and 50s.
Of America?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so in that era, what interests you? What interested you about that era that you chose to use that as the focus?
I think it was like the start of journalism,
Okay.
and I felt like people went out, and it wasn't like you were just the behind the scenes and posting things or doing these different things. You were like out in the field and you were photographing,
Right.
and you were doing stuff. And I felt like that was such a pivotal moment, and it brought so many people together.
Mm-hmm.
And that was awesome. And it was also the pivotal point where I guess maybe society took a change.
Okay.
Okay. But it was together.
Right.
Okay.
So what kind of events in that period were interested you the most?
I really connected to the migrant mother because she was part Irish and part Native American. And that to me resonated with me.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit more?
She spent most of her time in a tent during the Dust Bowl with 5 children by herself.
Right. That's pretty intense.
It's so intense, but that's a lot of people during that time, though. A lot of people during that time went through hard stuff. But then I felt like the journalism brought everybody together.
So what's the aim of using these particular images and these particular stories that make you want to make art pieces that other people will want to see? Like why do you feel like they needed a voice?
I guess we can go back to graffiti and why I use graffiti in the pieces. Because graffiti is like, I am here. I have a voice, I have a name.
Right.
I am here.
Yeah.
This is me. And that's kind of how I connected all of it together.
And there's this element of rebellion in it as well.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course.
There are a couple of pieces here that have a little bit of a more sculptural element to them. The sculptural elements, like, is there a reason why you chose to use like a sculptural element for a couple of these rather than all of them?
I think it was just what it was like at my disposal. Like
Right.
if I saw something and I was like, this is super cool.
Yeah. How does it elaborate the idea of the piece? How does it push it a little further?
That one's different.
That little different. What do you mean by that?
That one resembles gravestones.
Okay.
So that's my heritage.
When you say heritage, do you mean that is your history that other people see, or it's what's
my
hidden?
ancestry?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That one particularly is about the Native Americans trying to, like, not even they needed to come into America because they were like there already, but it was a re-education, and there were so many children that were lost during that time,
Right.
that nobody talks about.
Right.
And so that was what was hard with me when I did that piece.
So in a sense, you're honoring
I'm trying
those
to.
last. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that one of the motivating factors for you to use the subject matter in the way that you are?
Well, I don't know.
Is it it's a subconscious thing?
Maybe, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much division. And I feel like it doesn't need to be that way.
Mm.
So much of this, I feel like maybe was an awareness of maybe we're not at odds with each other, and that there's a higher power that's at odds. Right. I'm not talking like higher power.
Right.
Okay. I'm just saying that we as people are not in battle.
Right. Okay. All right, so let's talk about another one of your pieces. How about this one behind you? Could you tell us a little bit more about this one?
So this one, somebody gave me a picture and we had to blow it up really high. This is his uncle, and there through the tunnel is where he met his wife. So this was more of a romantic piece.
Right.
It's Griffith Tunnel.
What era is the photograph from?
30s.
In the 30s. Okay. So it's a love letter to the two of them.
Right.
Right. And we don't know who the other people are in this photograph. It looks like it's out in the mountains or in the desert somewhere.
California.
Okay. And how about this piece over here?
That one's funny. But that was the thing that started everything. That was actually a assignment I did. Yeah.
You did for
college.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did go to art school?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was totally not art. I was totally in for science right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you started off
In
focusing
science.
in sciences. All right. Okay. And then you shifted to producing art, or is it just something that you just felt like you needed?
Did.
Okay.
I totally shifted towards education, and yeah.
Right.
But this was when I was in school for science.
Right. Okay. And so where did the what are you trying to say with this piece?
Okay, so this was my entire semester wrapped up into one.
Okay.
Okay, so we read a bunch of books.
What kind of books?
Oh, all about the Great Depression.
Okay.
And yeah.
So historical
Yes.
accounts or?
Yes, it's all literature.
Okay.
Based. And then he asked us to produce something, I don't know, made us feel like
Connected to the work, maybe?
Yeah, and so this is what I did.
All right. And you were saying earlier that you use your notes. So these notes, they came from these history books that you had to read for school. Okay. And then you use those.
Right.
You've blown them up. So the notes, do you find the notes are more analytical, or are they more emotional, or are they more?
I think they're both.
Okay.
Because there was emotional attachment to almost every one of these pieces.
Right.
For me. And that's where the words came from.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So with that, we'll conclude the interview. And thank you so much for showing, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any social media links that you would like?
No.
The viewers to know? Okay. All right. Okay. Are you planning on having any more shows or anything like that? No?
I don't know.
All right. So we're special. Again, thank you very much for showing at the gallery, and thank you again.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining, and we will see you in the next interview.